back on another Bit of Truth Thursday podcast. Much respect to all my peoples here. Now, as you could see, we're ringing a new year. So that means it was a celebration last night. So you understand that you're going to have an aftermath of those celebrations. Just like I show you with all these destructions come with Christmas, it's no different with the new year. So you notice they're going to celebrate and ring in the new year with all destruction. Now, this is in Switzerland where they tell you dozens been killed at a bar right there. They tell you some kind of explosion. We're going to get into it and break it down. And for all the peoples who already know the truth, they're not surprised that this happened today. Do you understand how last night, yes, every holiday they give you to celebrate, destruction follows. Run it.
In breaking news, dozens of people have been killed and almost 100 are injured after a fire.
You hear that, people? Over 100 been injured. Dozens die and over 100 been injured. And they just tell you about a fire breakout at some ski resort bar. Pay attention to this.
Rapidly spread through a ski resort in Switzerland. According to officials, citizens from several countries have died.
Wow. So hold on here, people. So there was a lot of different citizens from other countries was piled up right there in Switzerland and die in this explosion. Pay attention.
Blaze occurred at the Crans Montana ski resort bar at 1:30 a.m. local time
1:30,
as New Year's festivities were underway. Police are yet to confirm the cause of the
So
blaze.
see what they got going on. Just ambulance post up. That's an ambulance. You can tell because you can see that star on it. And I guess the serpent in the star. But pay attention. No activity with all those hundreds of people supposedly injured. You have dozens dead. Forget about the dead. They're dead already. What happened to the hundreds of people that injured? We don't see no sense of urgency to get them. Maybe we ain't get to that yet. Let's watch.
In Le Constellation
Just
bar,
ambulance lined
but
up.
don't believe it was terrorist related.
So they already count out terrorists. It's not terrorist related because it all depends on what area they give you these drama in and these, incidents. It all depends if they're going to call it terrorist attack or not. All depends. You understand where it's at? Because different places, different agendas. Listen.
We have around 100 casualties, most of them severely injured.
100 casualties.
Several dozens of people have unfortunately been assumed to be dead.
Assumed to be dead.
The area has been closed off for the purposes of the investigation.
According to authorities, local hospitals are full and many of the injured.
Okay, so the local hospitals are already filled up with the injured people. But pay attention to this footage right here. This is supposed to be the aftermath right here. Pay attention to what you
are
can
being
see.
transferred to facilities as far as Zurich, Lucerne and
I don't know what you're supposed to be looking at right here, people. What we're supposed to see right here in this film. We just see people walking. We don't see no kind of sense of urgency. A matter of fact, this film right here don't show you or give you the impression that something just happened. Tragic, like dozens dead and 100 injured. I don't see that right here. But look, pay attention.
Most of the injured are reported to have severe burns. We'll now take you to a media conference held just a short time ago.
This is what they're interested in. This is more interesting than anything else, people. Even the death. The deaths and the injured is the press conference. Look at them. This one in Switzerland is kind of different. They're sitting around a table answering questions. Pay attention if they're going to shed any new light on the situation. Listen.
1st of January 2026, a serious fire took place in the centre of Montana during a New Year's party.
They're telling you the same thing that you
At
already
around
know.
1:30, the alarm was raised.
1:30.
In these tragic circumstances, it's important to highlight the fantastic work of the emergency services.
You see that, people? In these tragedies, it's important for you to highlight these, these workers, even the police. Those are the ones who are going to get the credit. Remember, the people are already dead. The injured are already injured. Why you need to praise these people for doing their job? A matter of fact, you didn't tell us nothing wonderful that these people do, but you're going to come praise them. But pay attention, it's because it's fakery. An agenda they got on the table, 100% in. Listen.
All of the people who've been involved up till now.
Yes,
the Valais government is highly mobilised to support all those who've been affected by this tragedy.
Okay,
I
so
will
give
come
them
back
some praise.
to you a little bit later to talk about the impacts on the hospitals and health services.
Who is these people you're showing in the background? They're dead? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Guess that's the one that's talking.
I cannot hide the fact that we have been deeply impacted by what has happened today at Caen. On behalf of all of the police services, I want to express my...
I want to know, people, what the purpose of this gathering right here, what the purpose is. They already show you what they supposedly, happened, what happened. They show you and they tell you why these people need to sit right here. Why they're not going to shed nothing new on the case or the incident. It's going to be the same thing that the news people just tell you. What do you think? You believe that they're going to shed some light on the situation? That's why they have this press conference? Pay attention.
Dearest condolences for all the families affected by this in
That's why you
this
bring up press
particularly tragic event.
Remind us of that.
With respect to the timeline of events, this is the information I can give you. Around 1:30 in the morning, smoke was seen coming out of a bar in the centre of the Grand.
So there you go, people. Nobody wasn't close enough to tell them exactly what happened. So approximately 1:30, smoke starts coming from the bar. You hear that, people? That's it. They don't got nothing else. Go back again. Take a listen to the light that they're going to shed on the whole thing for you to understand. Listen.
1:30 in the morning.
All right.
Smoke was seen coming out of a bar in the centre of
that's
the
it.
Grand Montana Resort.
Look,
At
people,
the same time,
cameraman.
a call was made to the emergency services of the cantonal police services. The firefighters and police emergency services were immediately sent. The first police patrol arrived on the premises.
Why is he talking like that?
Representatives of the Valais police and the police of Grand Montagne. A significant intervention was carried out with firefighters from around the regions and the emergency services from across Switzerland. The priority was to take care of the victims, to provide first aid and to bring them to the various hospitals of the region in Sion, Lausanne and Geneva. The fire service also had to put out the fire and provide security to the premises.
Oh, man, I don't understand, man. We know English may be not your first language, but why is he counting when he's reading? What is that about, people? What, the script is kind of hard to make out? I don't understand what's all this mumbling and jumbling because of the supposed situation where people dead. You have to have these people lined up right there, sitting down, cameras on them and everything. It's sort of like a damn stage show for them to fumble and bumble right here to tell you what's going on. And they're praising and they're thanking people and all. We don't understand why, but this is why press conference always put on. Is to prove that it is a hoax. That's it. There's nobody smart gonna believe in these press conference. After an incident they come. And like I say, no new light on the situation. Just the same shit that you get from the news. What's the reason for the press conference? Move. Breaking alert.
Good morning. It's 6 a.m. here on the East Coast. Welcome to Fox and Friends, and we begin with the Fox News Alert. Yeah, it's tragic. Dozens are dead and about 100 more hurt after a terrible fire tore through
a... people? You see that I never miss? Of course nobody can challenge me when I call these shits hoax. Because the proof is there, people. Look at the ambulance. They just post up there. Of all those hundreds of people that injured, can they at least show you them taking one off the scene, people? One of those burned victims. Remember, it was a fire. Can you imagine how bad those burned victims is? These ambulance just come and post up for the camera. They're showing a champagne bottle right there or something. It's all a hoax, people. Nothing real.
A bar during a New Year's Eve party in Switzerland.
Yes,
Stanley
and a bar
Painter
hold
joins
that
us
much
now
people?
with the details. Good morning.
Why would so much people in a bar, people? A bar. Over 100 got injured. They say some dozens of people died. They didn't tell you the exact numbers. But that much people is in a bar? Wow, but pay attention.
Hey, good morning. So it happened at a bar in Kranz, Montana, a luxury ski resort town some 2 hours from the Swiss capital of Bern. Police say an explosive fire ripped through a bar called Le Constellation during a New Year celebration. Several dozens of people
Now, hold on here, people. Hold on here. Is this the damn scene of where the fire ripped to and kill all those people and injure those people? Is this the scene, people? I guess it's not. They better not trying to show this as the scene because you see things that's not burned. Okay, pay attention.
Presumed to have been killed. One local outlet reporting up to 40 people are dead.
40,
Police say around 100 people are also injured, some very seriously.
There you go, people. So they claim it's more than 40 people. They're not too much sure yet, but 40 people dead and over 100 injured. And the ambulance never pick up one person. You just post up there with the signs and the symbols for the smart people to understand nothing happened but fakery. Pay attention. Watch. Again,
ladies and gentlemen, I cannot hide it from you. We are shaken by what happened last night. On behalf of the command of the police, I extend my deepest sympathy to the victims and the families affected by this tragedy.
Now, the cause of the reported explosion and subsequent fire is unknown at this time.
Of course it's gonna be unknown, people. There is not gonna be these hoaxes without they leaving you in suspense a little bit. So it's more intriguing. You have to keep your ears to this shit more because you're waiting to unravel the whole thing or you're waiting for the whole thing to unravel. But it is a hoax. A 100% fakery right here.
Swiss authorities say this was not a terror attack.
Of course, they can come tell you straight up that it wasn't a terror attack, even though the investigation not complete yet for them to tell you exactly what caused those fire, what caused the explosion and the fire that killed all those people and injured all those people. You hear what I say, people? That's the main thing. That's the main thing. What causes the fire? They will never tell you that. We already know, people. At the end of the day, they're just gonna pass this over your head that some people die in that situation and that's it. And the whole lot of injured and they're gonna be interviewing people. All fake. We go back a little bit and listen.
Cause of the reported explosion and subsequent fire is unknown at this time. Swiss authorities say this was not a terror attack.
Yes, but how would they know that it's not a terror attack, people? How would they know? You can't know. The investigation is not even begin yet, people. They're not even begin. They don't know what caused nothing. So how could you call it not a terrorist attack? How could you call it, an accident if you don't know what happened? Or could you call it something else beside a terrorist attack before you know what happened? Yes, but I told you already. They have the script, people. That's why they can immediately tell you if it's a terror attack or not, even though no investigation done. How? Because they know what the agenda is. 100%.
Also learning local hospitals' intensive care unit, one of them is full, so victims are actually
Of course they're full. I bet you can show us one of those hospitals that's full with these injured people from this nightclub or from this bar supposedly. Bet you can show us that hospital that overwhelmed with all these patients from this explosion. You can't show us because it is fakery. 100%
transferred
fake.
to other area hospitals. And this is an area that is heavily visited by tourists from all over the world. Officials say that several nationalities are among the victims.
Yes, they already know. There's several different nationalities involved in the people who get killed and injured.
In this tragedy that is continuing to develop, or continuing to learn more, guys, as well.
Yeah, Chanley, that last point there you raised about the international tourists, for viewers to understand, this is one of the most internationally renowned ski resorts. They routinely have.
And that's the reason why it get pulled off right there. Of course, they give you these big events in famous places. That's what they do. But pay attention.
The Olympic competition politicians to qualify there. So it's likely that this location, this bar they were celebrating, would have been a top sort of Swiss Alps destination for tourists, not just...
Yes, and later on they're going to tell you that a few Americans are also in it. Just remember, I tell you, listen.
Exactly. In fact, they're asking locals to be very cautious because the emergency services there are so inundated with victims at this time. But you're correct. I mean, this is a world-renowned resort
I don't know, people. It seems like this is what they tell you. The aftermath of the bar that catch fire and kill all those people and injure those people. I guess that's what they're trying to tell you here. Why they keep showing this scene? Is this the burnt scene right here? Is this the bar that the fire break out in? Please don't tell us that's the bar, okay? Listen.
In fact, next month, they're holding the World Championship in alpine skiing.
Yes,
so, again, people from all over the world visiting, especially for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day holiday there. Where this is a very popular
Look what
bar
they're
where
doing,
this...
people. Pay attention what they're doing. And you tell me that the explosion just happened with all those people dead and injured. Pay attention to the
fire happened. And the authorities are saying that with so many victims from so many different countries all over the world, it's going to take time to...
Why is the ambulance just post up? Nobody moving, nothing. The ambulance just sitting there with the 144. What is it good for on all those stars? Wow, unbelievable that they continue to do the same fakery and illusion and the masses still bite.
Find out and identify who is deceased and who was injured, and then find out where they're from. So this is going to be a long investigation.
Chanley, do we have any more information on what caused the blaze? I think I saw the officials said they used the French phrase for backdraft and how, you know, a flame may ignite some combustibles and it kind of rip through it. Do we know any more about it?
We don't know an official cause. The authorities aren't saying yet, but as you said, there has been some local stations or reporters that have, I don't know if it's speculated or if they have some sources there that say maybe this was an explosion that possibly started with some pyrotechnics that were happening in the building.
Pyrotechnics again? So hold on here, people. This is just a bar. I don't understand why pyrotechnics gonna need, you know, like some club vibe, some fire type of work, some, you know, some type of firework then would have caused the explosion. That's what they claim. Some kind of firework inside. So hold on here, people. So it's a bar and they're setting off these firework kind of vibe inside the building. Listen.
Or even it started in the basement and then the fire, it was rapidly and violently spread throughout a building in a bar that held up to 400 people.
You hear that, people? Because we've been saying it. What kind of bar is that big? Yes, they tell you the bar of all 400 people. Can you imagine that? A bar is bad enough as it is, but you make a bar that can hold 400 people? Imagine that scene, people. 400 drunk people. Just wrap that around your head real quick. Wow, unbelievable. A bar with a capacity of 20-25 people is already dangerous with all of them drunk or drinking and out of control in a minute. And all of them have to drive home for the most part. So you have a bar that holds 400 people. Wow, unbelievable. Of course they was going to tell you that bar gave you destruction. No doubt about it.
Venue. So many hundreds of people are affected by this.
Chanley, I know you say they're still trying to identify folks. Do you have any, has there been any report on
Of course she's trying to identify folks.
Not yet. We haven't had any word on that, but we could probably assume that, yes, there would be people from the U.S. there at this.
I already told you, people. I already told you. So see them setting it up for you. So it won't be so shocking when you hear that America involved in it. America involved in everything in the world. So of course they're going to tell you Americans was caught up in it, either in the dead or the injury. Move.
Let's bring in Martin Muir.
Yeah, Martin, what? Look at the hat that he got on, people. He got the pyramid looking thing on it right there. But pay attention to this. Even though another pyramid sitting right there on the street sign. Pay attention. You see the tapes? Supposedly, tape off this area. Let them show you the bar that caught fire. And you're gonna laugh your ass off. I'm just saying, people, let them show you the bar. I think it's this right here they're showing you. Right there, that's the bar. That caught fire, that killed all those people. And the building's still there without a burn mark on it. That's the same building we was looking at inside with those chairs and things that never even burn. But people die and injured from fire in the same building. Take a look at this fakery right
Reporter
here.
for Blick, a Swiss German language daily newspaper, and who can join us now from Cons, Montana. Martin, just paint us a picture of what's happening where you are right now.
I'm just at the scene of the fire.
That's the scene of
from
the
this
fire.
night.
Look, people.
So in my background, you can see the policeman checking it.
If you notice how funny this film look right here with him, you know he's not there. It's fakery. But pay attention, he's trying to show the police behind him, but look at how the film look. He just hold his camera supposedly on that man, but take a look, people. It's fakery. 100%
Everybody
fakery. Look,
wants to enter the area.
look.
No one can.
What
no
is
one
he
can
doing?
do. So everything is closed because
Everything is
the
closed, but what
investigation.
is he doing? And what are those? Those are police? Let's see, people. What is
Still
those
in
people?
progress.
Those are not police or investigators, but they get to be on the scene. Get out of here, man. You can't fake a crime scene or none of that shit. And the mag be the truth right here. So what happened, people? They tape off this place right here with the red and white tape, right? You see people standing over there, and then you see one police right there. What is that good for?
So
Look,
it's
people, look.
closed only for authorities are able to get any
If it's
closer
closed,
to
then
this.
why these people walking in the tape? Why is these people walking in the tape, man? Okay, so look, people, they tape off this area because the fire just happened, and look,
scene of
look,
the fire.
people, look.
I'm about
They got some stray people. I guess they go have to turn them back. Let's see.
200 meters
Oh, I
away,
guess they work.
and everything
Wow,
is,
people.
is
The two people pass and gone past the police right there. This look like a scene to you? What kind of scene would this remind you of, people? Wow.
closed by the authorities, and it's not possible to see more at the moment.
Yeah, because what happened? What happened
Martin,
to your camera?
I know that you went
What?
to that press conference that we saw
Wow.
just a few hours ago.
Don't go back to that.
What did we learn from that news conference? First
You
of
never
all,
learn
about
no-
those who had lost their lives and then those injured.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment it's not exactly clear how many
Why
deaths.
is the camera shaking like that? Because they want to convince you so bad that this faker is actually there. Now, if you were a little regular person, take out your phone and record and it wouldn't give you that shake. But this is a professional, and the whole thing is vibrating the whole
There
time.
are
Look, people,
authorities speak of
look.
several dozens,
nervous? Get
but
out of
they
here.
did not explain it more in detail. And there are almost
if you know this is 7-3 right there on the coding, 0 don't count in numerology, and it's all coding when you look at it. Go back again. Pay attention.
exactly clear how many deaths there are.
Still don't
Authorities
know.
speak of several dozens.
Now
but
look, people, now they're showing you a scene where firefighters actually moving around. You see that right there, people, and you'll never see them with one body. You will never see them put out no fire. Okay, that was a big thing going on in Switzerland. The big fire killed all these people, injured over 100 people, to show you how intense that fire was. And you never see them spray not even a bottle of water on it. Not even a bottle of water, people. They will never squirt a bottle of water on the fire. As a matter of fact, we don't see no fire. We don't see no injured people. We don't see no dead people. How you gonna convince the world that this really happened? How? By this? Let me tell you the trick. People just believe in TV, and that's it. Anything was shown on TV, you can't challenge it. Anything that they see on TV, they stand on it like it's their life depend on it. They believe in TV that much. So that's why they're not even trying anymore. They're not trying hard anymore to convince you of these fakery. They just plaster it all over, and you're supposed to just take it as what they tell you it is and run. Even though the videos don't match up to what they tell you, still need to just run with it.
they did not
No way.
explain it more.
So they show you an ambulance over there with the 18 on it, and they show you this one with the 7-3 serpent in the star. And I already told you, when you see that, if you have any sense, you understand that it's a devil world you live in. It's a scary thing, but pay
detail.
attention.
And there are almost 100 injured people. So
almost 100.
The amount of dead and injured is not clear, and it's
not clear.
We only know that it's one of the
Yes, but you clear that it's not a terrorist attack, right? Okay.
tragedies of the younger history in this country. But what exactly happened, nobody knows. And also, they don't know exactly who the dead and the injured are, because there was no guest list at all. And
There's no
so they
guest
have
list
to
in the
identify
bar.
everyone, and they hope that they can do that as quick as possible. But it seems to be quite hard work.
Let's talk now
Ambulances
about the
post
bar
up to
itself.
convince you.
The
Look, people.
Constellation.
Ambulance in line. I bet you they go have to stop do this, people. I bet you. I bet my last dollar that they go have to change this. They go have to stop it. They be the truth on their ass the whole time. Every time they come with one of these fakery and post up the ambulance with no movements or nothing, you just give them away, people. That alone boss it. Some people say, Mike, why you call it a hoax? Can you believe that this is a real event with hundreds of people supposed to be injured and dead? And you're looking at the ambulance post up on the side just for the camera to show it back on the nose, people? Come on. Where is those 100 people? So you tell us this ambulance, they bring them to the hospital and then come back to post up for the camera? Come on. Nothing happened. It's just an event they set up for fakery. That's all. Nobody died. They can't even show you the fire, people. Is it because in Switzerland it don't matter if you show us something? Yes, it do matter. We have to see it. Where is the fire? Just show us a little smoke coming off the building that killed all those people and injured 100. Please, just show us a little smoke coming off the building. Show us a little bit of, sense of urgency where you're trying to save some injured people. Show us that. At least that, and we will take the story as real. That's all we ask for. Show us something that can prove that this event happened, and you can't. With the whole newscast, every single news company come out and they still can't prove it that it's real. Wow, pay attention.
It's a well-known bar, isn't it,
bar,
with
yes.
a very healthy nightlife too.
Healthy nightlife,
Yeah, I personally
Look, people,
don't know
they
the
got the
bar,
ambulance.
but I heard it was a place for people to go and watch sport and enjoy the nightlife of Gromontana. So I can't tell you personal impressions of the bar, but they said that it was popular for the young people, and so they think that lots of people were there yesterday to
Look, people, they got
celebrate
the
New Year's Eve.
ambulance. And they got the champagne
Let's talk
bottle
about
again.
that then.
That
When
prove
the
it.
fire started and what we know about
They
the
got the
cause.
place, people, that burnt out, that kill all those people. Look, the chair don't even scorch, people, not even a little smoke mark. I'm shocked, people, that they get away with this. And like I say, it's because it's Switzerland. You think you can pass this off on the people? The bitter truth is also in Switzerland. What's wrong? Switzerland people, watch the bitter truth. Did you know that? So you think you're gonna get away with this? You don't show no fire. You don't show no sense of urgency. You don't see them picking up one person that injured. You can't even show us the building that was burning, because that certainly couldn't be it. If you show that for the building that burned, that killed so much people, you're gonna get hit with a BAM,
Of the fire.
concussion style.
Authorities only said concerning the cause that it was not a terroristic attack.
Yes, they know. One
They
off
don't
the
know
top.
what exactly caused the fire.
They don't
but
know
they-
what caused the fire, but they know it's not a terrorist attack. How do you know a terrorist couldn't set off the fire? I'm just saying, people, why they have to know exactly the same time that it's a terrorist attack or not? Because it's a script. It is a script, people. There is no other explanation. Why you know the terrorists doing things, or you know they do things enough for them to count them out as soon as. So the terrorists couldn't just set a match, light a match in the basement, put some gas down and set a fire and just walk out the building? I'm saying, people, with that, with what they tell you about terrorists, how could they rule this out? As not a terrorist attack, how could they rule this out, people? This not real. You could never rule it out. But hold on, like I say, it's a controlled environment. The whole thing is scripted. So now they're showing you these peoples right here, these fire people. looking like they're just standing there and looking around. But hold on, the big old fire kill all those people. And the firefighter don't even show up with the hose, people. I mentioned not even a bottle of water. And they still pass it off as real.
It was a blow after the fire started. There was a blow up, which probably caused all the deaths. But they are still.
You see that, people? After the fire start, there was a blow up that probably caused all the death. The explosion that person talking about. So it was an explosion, people. A big explosion, not just a fire. So that's what they have to tell you, because if it was just a fire, so much people wouldn't die and injured. But it's an explosion. More like a bomb. So how could you have an explosion and rule out terrorist attack? I thought that's what terrorists do.
Investigation, and they did not mention any further details at the
Look,
press
people,
conference.
there go the ambulance are carrying the people
and from
away.
where you are, again,
there you go, people. Look at what they're doing.
What you can tell us is
you
that
still believe that people die? Look what they're doing, people. Pay attention to the activity.
the area is fully contained,
Look,
that
people.
the authorities are now investigating. What can you see?
Yeah, what can you tell us? What
Yeah,
happened?
we can see the forensic specialists entering the scene now. They the authorities from
Where is
Valley,
the forensic?
asked for help at Zurich Institute for Forensics, and so these specialists will arrive in these hours to
That's
start
what they
to
told
work.
you?
But there's nothing more to say. Because the authorities don't know what the people of the victims know about them, and so they don't let anybody get closer.
Wow, they don't let anybody get close. Look again, people. That's another skier right there with the ski things on. Right there. You see it or not? Okay, so please tell me if this really a police scene right there they tape off. You see where the supposed reporter standing? He tell you that's this tape off scene with the red and white tape right there, and the police hold off the scene and nobody can get there. We see a man and a woman actually walk straight to it, and now there go another person with some ski equipment walking straight to the damn tape. What's going on right here? Is this real? Stop it. Nothing happened. It's a fake shit for the masses. Move.
Breaking right now, the search for 3 missing hikers on Mount Baldy taking a tragic turn.
So there you go, people. Now it's Mount Baldy. They're telling you that 3 hikers was found dead. First they tell you somebody missing right there, but it's just weird that these are all ski resort. You're getting these tragedy right here. So the explosion in the bar, which wasn't a supposed to be ski resort, and now there they go again. 3 found dead, another ski resort. But pay attention to this. Why would people hike in this kind of weather? What's up with the hiking? It's nothing but bullshit for the dumb people. But pay attention.
Welcome to CBS LA at 11 on Channel 2, simulcasting right now on KCAL 9 and streaming live on CBS News Los Angeles. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ross Palumbo. In the past hour, we have now confirmed 3 hikers have been found dead on Mount Baldy. CBS LA reporter Rick Montanez live at the ski resort there. And Rick, this started with a fall and then a call from a friend.
Listen, people, pay attention here.
Yeah, Ross, so we know that this is a grim update from sheriff's officials. So we want to point out we are near the resort right now, but it appears that these hikers all left from separate trailheads in the area. So this started with a call, an emergency call for an injured hiker yesterday. That led to the grim discovery of those 2 other hikers.
So hold on here, people. So there was 1 missing hiker. They get the call. They went to go, adjust their situation, and they found 2 more bodies. So I guess the one that they was attending to also died, because they mentioned they see 2 more bodies, or they find 2 more bodies when they went to go pick that person up. Take a look, watch.
Out here in the wilderness. We have some video to show you here of a rescue helicopter from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. This was around 9:30 this morning.
Of course, it's 9:30, right on the money. 9-3's coding. Listen.
Chopper circling the area above the Mount Baldy Resort nearby, and then lowering someone down into the snow. Moments later, it appeared that they then hoisted something or someone back up several times.
Can't see nothing.
We're not sure at this point if that was the person who had just been lowered.
Get out of here, people. So you could see somebody dangling on it the whole time, and then later on you see nobody on it dangling anymore, and they tell you that the person is still on it. Okay, pay attention.
Or if they have recovered the remains of any of the missing hikers at this point. The Sheriff's Department says this all started when they received a call around 11:30 yesterday morning for an injured 19-year-old hiker. They say he fell about 500 feet near Devil's Backbone.
Of course, right near Devil's Backbone is where he fell. You think they was going to give you this faker without shouting out to the devil peoples? But Devil's Backbone. So there you go. The hikers, I guess they haunted for these adventures. I guess they're hungry for these adventures. So in these, trying times with the snow and ice and everything, that's when they want to go hike. Pay attention and look.
That hiker's friend was able to get to a safe spot with cell coverage and make that call, even sharing GPS coordinates with rescuers. This video is from SkyCal showing you just after sunrise this morning, the snow and ice here on the peak of the mountain. So a lot of that is from last week's storms. Operations continued this morning, but last night we can tell you they were too windy for some of the aerial operations. The Sheriff's Department says a chopper spotted the missing hiker, that injured teenager, yesterday, and in that search made the discovery of the other two hikers, but conditions were too extreme for the chopper to make the rescue. That's according to...
So they did not make the rescue. The condition was too harsh. They mentioned wind and everything. So I guess, they have to choose another time to go get them. Pay attention.
Sheriff's Department. So they called in help from LA County Fire around 7:30 last night. Let's show you this map here real quick, which shows the search area, again, west of the resort. It pinpoints that LA County Fire rescue chopper. Unfortunately, officials say the windy conditions continued and prevented rescue operations by that assisting crew as well. But an air medic was lowered in those dangerous conditions last night and confirmed the 3 hikers had died.
So you see, people? So I want to understand, why is the people put themselves in that position? Remember, you don't have to go too far to get these type of, frigid cold and these trying shit. You don't have to go too far. You can just wait for it to hit you. You can just wait and you will get the disaster show up at your door. What, you need to hunt it down in these places? This is a joke right here. Imagine somebody going on a vacation, leave his home from another country to go here to supposedly hike with these conditions. Wow, unbelievable. And now they're telling you that the conditions there is too bad for even rescue to happen. And you in that place and you're hiking, the same place that is too harsh of an environment for you to even get safe from there. And you want to go there to hike? Now you know how dumb these people are in the world. Move.
Developing now at 3 o'clock. Search.
They go the X people. They have an X on the ground. I guess that's where they find the bodies. Listen, they found them.
Rescue teams with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department have recovered 3 bodies found on a Mount Baldy hiking trail.
Okay, so those are the ones I was looking for.
The unidentified hikers were discovered last night, but powerful winds hindered recovery efforts. KTLA 5's Jennifer McGraw is live in Claremont with more details for us. Hi, Jennifer.
Wow, alarm on the masses.
Lou and Court, we are now learning that there were those 3 people in an unrelated incident. They tell us that the weather up here is unpredictable, while on the ground it's a beautiful day, and up there it was a windy weekend with low visibility. Sky 5 overhead this morning as they were trying to work on recovery efforts. They knew that the 3 people down there had already passed, now trying to bring their bodies up. Now, sadly, we know the 19-year-old hiker who fell off Mount Baldy didn't make it, and a grim discovery of 2 other hikers with the same fate. The Devil's Backbone attracting extreme adventurer hikers.
You hear that, people? The Devil's Backbone. I guess it attract extreme hikers. So, of course, you have to name it the Devil's Backbone. In hell. Where else the Devil's Backbone at? But in hell. So there you go, people. It's a place that, can tell you about how the condition is harsh and everything. And these people want to go there just to hike. What you doing? You're trying to challenge your inner self, you're challenging your body, how far you can go. What is this about? We go ahead and run a marathon. What's wrong with that? Now you have to go to these strange places because it's cold and the wind and all of these other things that can, end up kill you, take your life. You want to try that? Wow, unbelievable.
It's steep terrain and rugged mountainside, but even the most experienced can fall deadly to its unforgiving nature.
Why you go there? It's not something that's a part of your life. You don't have to cross there to get to home. You don't have to climb that shit to get food. What the fuck is you doing there? Why? What's the reason to go there? I'm just saying, people, what kind of dumb shit is that? I'm just saying, what kind of destination you have that you have to cross that area? And if it's not a destination, supposedly, why would you do it? You're just wasting time? You just decide that you need to get that in your body. You need to try your body that much. Wow, I told you, people, the world is dumb, full with dumb people, and they put these things in place for dumb people to participate in, and then bam.
Now, it's being described as one of the biggest heists in German history. Investigators are now trying to work out how thieves managed to steal valuables worth tens of millions of euros from a bank in the western city of Gelsenkirchen. Police believe a large drill was used to break through a thick basement wall to reach their loot.
Pay attention, people. Look at this right here. Pay attention to this hoax that they got in Germany. They're telling them that there was a big bank robbery. Some thieves come in and thief out all these golds and valuables worth tens of millions of dollars. I guess these are the peoples who own those valuables. But pay attention to this trickery right here in Germany. Watch.
Hundreds of furious customers descend on their bank,
pay attention
terrified
to this.
that everything they own has vanished.
But this not how it goes, people. This not how it goes. So I'm saying, people, if you sit at home and you see a newscast come on and say, look, the Bank of America been robbed or violated, you're gonna go run down there to go see if your shit involved? You're gonna go line up at the bank, fighting and fussing because you worry about if your values and your money get caught up in that robbery? No. Remember, it's a bank. Remember, a bank. The bank's supposed to keep your money secure, and if they don't, yes, the bank gonna pay you back that money. The bank not gonna tell you, a thief passed through here this morning or last night and they took your money out. So we have to put a zero on your account now because they take out the money that you have in here. They stole it. So yeah, you out. No, that's not how it goes. No, the money was robbed from the bank. The bank owe you the money still. Your money is still there because the money in the bank have to be insured. That's why it's called a bank, to keep your money secure. Anything happen, any foul play, you'll get your money back. Even in some cases where you get scammed and give away your damn money damn near, they could have some situation where they give it back to you because the money is insured. When they run a case and they realize that, yes, you've been scammed, they have to give you back your money. That's why they tell the bank is insured by the federal government. The insurance means they have to pay you back. So why would these people down here? Because it's bullshit fake for the world. Watch. Look, people.
I have entrusted and invested all my savings here. I didn't sleep
so
last.
What the fuck would you show up for? Why you show up? You're saving your money in the bank. Yes, the bank gotta have your money by any means necessary. It don't matter if the bank blow up. Okay, so you're coming down here with your iron scarf on representing Freemasonry to make noise about it? Come on, this is bullshit.
They're not giving us any information.
What kind of information you want?
Emergency services discovered the break-in on Monday morning after the fire alarm went off.
Fire alarm after
Firefighters and police officers searched the bank for a possible fire, but instead of flames, they found a hole in the basement wall.
Look, people, there's a hole in the basement wall, and pay attention to that. This is the footage that they have for the masses to buy into. You believe it or what? Please tell me if you believe it. There go the hole right there in the side of the wall and the basement. Pay attention.
A ransacked vault containing cash, gold and jewelry worth tens of millions of euros.
If someone had a safety deposit box, there's a high probability that it was broken into because 90% of them have.
90% is recorded. Look, people, everybody down there crying with phones, they're confused. You heard that the bank got robbed, so you run down there crying, calling people and panicking and all, because you're worried that your money got stolen from the bank. This is the dumbest shit in the world, and it coming from where? Germany, another trickery for the dumb people
Fear
there.
their losses may exceed the insured value of their boxes.
Yeah, It lost value.
I fear my mother's gold coin is gone.
Wow.
She passed away in 1988.
You heard my mom gold coin is gone. You heard that? What happened when you go there tell you, yes, your mom gold coin was involved? You need to take that up with the bank. They rob you. There's no robbery going on there. There's no thief come in the bank and take out your gold. You've been tricked by the German government. They pull off this fakery right here. That's what you need to understand. If you're really going to go down there and have to cry for your money, you just got duped.
My grandmother's gold bracelets.
Get out of here. Why
which
you
I
have
hope
it there?
would secure my daughter's future.
Why? For a gold bracelet? You have a gold bracelet and you put it in the bank for securing your daughter's future. Your daughter investment. Is that dumb? So your grandmother gold bracelet, how much you think that shit value? You think that shit can sell and take care of your whole life? The world just gone dumb.
Investigators are still piecing together how it all happened. But they believe the burglars used a nearby parking garage to gain access to the bank. Police say the evidence points to a highly organized operation.
Yes, of course they have to tell you that it's highly organized, top organization to put this shit together because they get off scotch-free with your money. Listen.
I would definitely say this is quite spectacular. It is really unique compared to anything I've ever seen, heard.
Pump up the criminals. It's unique. One of the uniquest thing you ever seen. Listen.
Or read.
Look, people.
I have never heard of any similar case, except perhaps on TV.
All right. Because it's just a show. You never seen a similar event. Perhaps on TV.
No arrests have been made and perpetrators are still at large.
The perpetrator gone.
For more on this, we can speak now with Michael Levy. He's a professor
None of y'all don't laugh
at
on here.
University in the UK.
See that
Michael,
y'all
we're going to
can't
show
hold
you
it.
some images on our screen right now, taken in the aftermath of this heist.
Look, people, there go the screen. This is what they want to show you. The hole that they claim that was bored or was digged. Look, people, you don't even see one little bit of debris on the scene. I guess these people that dig out the wall carry back the debris with it. Look at how much of the wall that missing, people, where it's at. It's not on the ground. But guess what? They're showing this shit to dummies. They're gonna bite and run.
Through these
Look,
pictures.
people, where is the debris? Where is the bricks? I'm done. I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it right here, be the truth, people. You get the picture. Where is the bricks? Where is the rest of the wall? You bore a big old hole right there. Bricks and everything missing. Where they at? They're not on the ground. Look, people. And look. Look at how they show you the pictures on the ground. All of it is disfigured. You know what I mean by pixels break up? Look. Okay, so you admit it that they fake you and you get it. Okay, so they fake you right there. So don't show no more pictures, Germany. You look fuck up on the bit of truth. Okay, so why is you showing these debris-looking thing on the ground and we can't make nothing out because the pixels is all squared up? Look at it, people. There you go. This is what they want you to see. What I tell you about fakery? Don't zoom it up. It's funny, people. Don't zoom up fakery. You're gonna be exposed. Look, what is that? So you went there, you take a picture, you come up with this. Ask them when they show you this picture. Where is the debris? Where is the wall? Where is the bricks? Where is the damn debris from the wall being digging out? Not even a piece of that white brick not on the ground. Wow. But still they get away with this and pass it off as real. People all over the world gonna watch it and actually think that it's a real story they're sharing right there. I guess the peoples in Germany just got spiked by the damn government. I'm on the run.